you know, just download all this for you.
Oh, is that recording? Yes. Yeah. I got that phone yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I just need to.
Do you keep your old phones, do you?
The one that I had to send back because it said that I used all of the. I'd used all of the memory, but when you went into it, I'd only used 45% of it.
Oh, okay.
But it wasn't letting me do anything with it.
Yeah. There's a fault somewhere, wasn't there?
Yeah, so when I went to get all, because I had 10 videos on there.
Yeah.
When I went to try and get them all off, it was all corrupted. So, it was, yeah, Michael looked at it and I think he said like to eject the SD card that I've got in, I had in there, and it took it all back to factory settings just by trying to eject that, and it was like, no. And then when I put it in this phone, I had to the SD card had to be reformatted, so it would work on this phone.
I'm no good with that technology.
Yeah, I'm no good.
Well, I didn't have computers when I was at school.
In the slave market.
They didn't, mate. They didn't. Didn't have computers or calculators or nothing.
We started.
I was chalkboard and chalk.
I was taught on that, and then they started to introduce whiteboards, but I couldn't see if they used a red pen.
Alright.
So because of my dyslexia, I struggle with red writing.
Yeah.
So what am I doing for you today?
1.5.
1.5?
A bit more than normal on top.
Okay.
Got a bit longer this time actually. It's the weather. I think it's the water's made it grow quicker.
Yeah.
I'm off to Cambridge today.
What are you doing in Cambridge?
Christmas shopping.
Very nice.
Well, Peterborough, there's nothing in Peterborough no more, is there?
No.
Yeah.
John Lewis is gone, Little Woods are gone.
Little Woods, that went years ago.
I know.
Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah, Marks and Spencer's, BHS, Woolworths.
Yeah.
CNA. Do you know what? I've still got a coat from CNA.
Yeah. Wow.
Right, and that must have closed down, 30 years ago?
Yeah.
If you bought something from CNA, I've actually got a dress still from CNA.
Yeah.
If you buy something from CNA, you knew that it was going to last.
Yeah. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Come here. Yes.
What are you doing, Harlequin?
There you go. You bark at me, but once you sit down, you're my best mate. Hey. Well, you're barking again in a minute, won't you? Hey.
She's lived as a widow for too long. If I may repeat my desire to know.
So when you think Christmas Day is 2 weeks Wednesday, isn't it?
Does it mean that price?
She wants my daughter-in-law to keep.
So what's the date today? 7th, 8th on Monday, 9th.
Yeah, next weekend.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks Wednesday is Christmas Day.
Yeah. Next weekend, next Sunday is my sister's birthday.
Yeah.
She'll be 55.
Yeah.
An imperial candidate is the furthest thing from my mind. Keep your place. Keep your distance. You do your work well, let things stay as they are.
Yeah, I went down to Slough the other week with my mum and dad. Because my brother who died would have been 60. Oh, hello mate. Would have been 60. Would have been 60.
What are you doing, Harlequin?
Where are you? Don't hurt yourself now.
What are you doing? You're silly Billy today.
Yeah, just went down there, took some flowers to his grave.
When did he pass away?
8 years ago. September the 30th. 2016. 51 it was.
Well, that's how old I am.
Yeah, 51. Cancer got him.
Oh, bless him. That's what took my dad.
So he got cancer of the sarcophagus. They shrunk it, and it was terminal. Halloween's gone. Hey.
Just to show what we're laughing at. That's Harlequin.
Yeah, so he got cancer of the sarcophagus, they shrunk it,
Yeah.
and they gave him 3 to 4 years to live, because it was terminal.
Yeah.
That's the one cancer they can't get rid of, because it's in your gut, basically.
Yeah.
And then we went, he lived in Liverpool, we went up there, and I said, where's David? And he said, behind you. And no word of lie, he was on the sofa, crippled up like Stephen Hawkins.
Oh, bless him.
He had so much pain. So my dad got me into a wheelchair and we took him out for a little walk and that, and he said, I just keep getting this pain in my neck all the time. So Dad said, well, go back to the doctors, get hospital, get an MRI scan again. So he did. That was in the got in July.
Yeah.
Of that year, and they found he had cancer in the neck bone, spine and pelvis.
Oh, bless him.
So he couldn't do anything, and he put himself put him in a hospice in the end,
Yeah.
in the August, and he died a month later.
Oh, wow.
But he waited until he died and see his 25th anniversary through.
Yeah.
With his wife, see his kids leave. One left the university already, and he see the other one, made sure the other one was left the university, and then he passed on the 30th of September.
Oh, wow.
This is my younger brother, he was as well.
Bless him.
Yeah.
My dad passed away on... How on earth? I've got a bruised knuckle.
Imagine it, you've been punching.
That has literally just come up.
Oh wow.
A delegation from the Senate.
Must have knocked it somewhere, not realised.
No.
Back here, the worthiest members of our
That's
Senate.
really weird.
Tiberius will have to listen to the voice of Rome.
If Michael comes in, he's got a black eye. I know where it's come from.
Everyone knows worthiest citizens plan to bring here.
Yeah, my dad had myeloid fibrosis, which is a cancer, and it turned your bone marrow solid.
Oh, right, okay.
So he couldn't make any platelets or blood or anything like that. When my granddad passed away on the 18th of July 2001, we found out that my dad had cancer.
Yeah.
On September the 11th, we got told that it was terminal.
Yeah.
And that he's probably got between 6 and 12 months.
Oh, wow.
That was on September the 11th. My dad passed away on the 16th of November the following year.
Well, so he had over a year then.
Yeah, he had 15 months.
Yeah.
14. October, November, so 12. Yeah, 14 months.
That must be a horrible feeling though when someone puts the time in your life.
Yeah, and
your life must change dramatically. Well, it does, doesn't it? Even when you hear the word cancer, it changes your life, doesn't it?
So, yeah.
Hey.
So at that particular time, my mum was fighting cancer. So my dad said to me that he wanted me to take over his care and look after my... What are you doing? Take over his care and my mum's care.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I can do that, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
And then the doctors called me into the hospital and told me that they wanted to withdraw all my dad's care. And
right, wow. Well, because they knew his diet,
they said that he had pneumonia and
Right,
they couldn't do any more.
Yeah.
And I went, okay. I said, I can agree to all that. I said, however, I want you to have a meeting with my mum and my husband as well. Because I agree, however, I want it so that my mum feels like that she's been told and it's her decision.
Part of it, yeah.
And they said, well, we've got your decision. I said, I'm not signing anything until you have the meeting with my mum.
Yeah.
So that was on the Tuesday, I had that meeting. On the Thursday, we had the meeting with my mum and my husband.
Yeah.
And they withdrew the care. We stayed with him all night on the Friday because it was children in need.
Yeah.
So we watched that with him and he was laughing and joking, then started to go to sleep and it was like, alright Dad, we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, you're working tomorrow? I said, I'll see you as soon as I finish work, I'll come up.
Yeah.
He goes, okay. And he was in the side room, so we knew, and he knew he hadn't got long left because he was in the side room. And he was breathing like we are now.
Yeah.
At 9 o'clock we got a phone call saying he's taken a turn for the worse, we don't know how long he's got, you need to come up.
What, the same night?
On Saturday morning.
Oh, right,
so we left at 1 o'clock Saturday morning,
yeah.
and 9 o'clock Saturday morning we got a phone call saying we needed to get to the hospital.
Oh, wow, wow.
So he was breathing like this. When we got there, he was like...
like panic, asthma attacks.
Yeah, and they just said that he's going.
Yeah.
And when we got there, his fingers had started to go blue.
Wow.
And we was there from 9 o'clock and my dad passed away at 4 minutes past 4.
Wow.
And that's the only time I've ever left someone in the middle of a hair trim.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, I'm really sorry, I've got to go to the hospital. I said to my friend, who was my manager, and I said, look, you're going to have to finish it off or I've got to get to the hospital.
Yeah. Worst thing, because he was in this hospice in Liverpool, we went up, me and Claire went up, not all the time, but when we could manage to get up there, and we was wheeling around, the nurse come and got me in the wheelchair, and we was wheeling around the gardens, and he grabbed my hand and he said, you know why I'm here, don't you? I said, no. He said, I'm here to die, you know that, don't you? And I said, oh, you bastard. Hey. And I just walked away and left Claire with him, and he said, alright, I said, yeah, I'm alright. Just leave me alone.
They offered my dad to go into the Sue Ryder, and he refused.
I just swore on the phone.
That's alright.
You get taken off YouTube now.
So my dad was offered to go into Sue Ryder, and he said, I'm either going to die in this bed or I'm going to die in my own bed, I'm not going anywhere else. And so my dad was actually on morphine patches then, but he refused them when he was told it was a morphine patches. So my mum said, oh, it's a new nicotine patch to see whether you can give up smoking. My dad never smoked. And it was like, after 2 days, he goes, why are they testing it out on me? Because I don't smoke. And it was like, oh, we're just seeing if there's any complications.
And he wore it, did he?
He wore it, yeah. But every time they came in with Oromorph or anything like that, he would go, there's people worse off than me. And so he kept refusing it. When I think they withdrew treatment Thursday night and he died Saturday. And my mum goes, do you know what your dad died of? And this was like a few weeks ago. And I went, he had pneumonia. No, he died from myeloid fibrosis. And I went, that was the reason why he got pneumonia. So he didn't actually die from the cancer, it was pneumonia.
Yeah, because he couldn't fight it.
And it was like, if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have agreed. And it's like, Mum,
so they don't tell you things till afterwards, do they?
Well, they told me, because I said I wanted to know everything. And because my mum was going through treatment herself, they said to me, what should we tell her? I said, just tell her everything that she asks about.
Tell her the truth,
I said, don't like block the edges or anything like that. Just tell her how it is. And they said, well, we can't take her decision into it because she's going through cancer treatment. And she's classed as non-compos mentis. And I went, but she is. And I said, no, because she's going through the treatment, she can't, like, legally sign.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she was having radiotherapy.
Ah, right.
Remember his words?
So I had to sign everything.
Whenever it pleases. You hear it sound, but you cannot tell where it comes from or where it is.
They're getting this
James, our wise brother, those
assisted
words
death through now, aren't they?
Yeah.
But,
And
but you can't, if I read it right, you can't help, like, so you can't inject her with that
no,
stuff, they got to inject herself.
I think it's a drink.
So well, whatever they got to do, surely that's
suicide.
that's suicide, not assisted death.
Yeah.
Assisted death is when you help someone hang themselves or you poison them, don't you, yourself, which then become murder. I suppose that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, but if you go, I think it's Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland, yeah.
You go into their thing and you're there for 2 or 3 days,
yeah.
and then, but they put the liquid on the table.
Right.
No one's allowed to touch that liquid except for the person who's doing it.
Yeah.
Because you're assisting them, but
right.
they have to do it.
Yeah.
But
it's their choice whether they do it or not. Yeah.
I don't agree with it because my dad was conscious right up until he passed.
Yeah.
And he never once said, I want to die or anything like that. And he goes, well, maybe they'll find a cure.
Yeah.
Right up until the day he passed.
Yeah.
And with my mum, when she was really ill, and I was fighting for her at the hospital.
Yeah.
And she goes, don't let me die. And it was like, I'm not going to.
Your mum's still with us, isn't she?
Yeah, she's still with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like when they overdosed her at the hospital and they rushed her back to intensive care, and I was the one who was going, no, you've got to do this, you've got to do this. And it was like, well, maybe. And I went, no, not having maybe, you're doing it.
Yeah.
And I was doing a lot of her care in the hospital.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Because I didn't want anything to happen to her. Now, if it was assisted death, they could have easily, even though you have to go to court and all that, they could have overdosed her, which they did, but with morphine.
Yeah.
And that would have just gone like she succumbed to her complaint.
Yeah.
Right, would you like any wax or gel on?
I'll have some today, yes, please. Gel.
Gorilla burgers, yeah?
Well, I don't know what that is.
Gorilla burgers.
Oh yeah, I do, yeah. So I'm going straight out from here.
Alright.
If she's ready when I get home.
Alright. So I've even got my top on now that says Gorilla Burgers.
Ah. So you get a discount from that company then for advertising?
No, that doesn't say Gorilla Bogies. Gorilla Bogies is all down
Gorilla
to me.
Bogies?
Yeah, Gorilla Bogies.
I was saying burgers.
No, Gorilla Bogies. My husband said you spelt bogies wrong, and it was like, yeah, well, I've got dyslexia, so that's how I spell it. But no, that's what it's actually called.
Right.
But yeah, one of my clients, I've been doing his hair since he was 11.
Yeah.
And he's brought his son in now.
Yeah.
And I used to say Gorilla Bogies to him.
You said, oh, that lady's got some bogies.
Yeah.
Cute.